Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, success always seems to slip through your fingers? As if there's an invisible barrier, a kind of hidden force preventing you from achieving what you desire. Maybe you've followed all the traditional rules, worked hard, studied, followed the advice everyone gives, but at the end of the day you still feel stuck, as if you're running on a treadmill without moving forward. The truth is, success isn't just about physical effort. There's something much deeper happening behind the scenes in your life, something that the most successful people in the world know, but that's rarely taught in schools or traditional business books. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video to help us bring this powerful content to more people. Stay with us until the end and get ready to be amazed by the insights we're about to reveal. And to make your experience even better, we have a special surprise for you. A valuable tool that will boost your journey toward a more abundant, fulfilling, and happy life. Deepak Chopra calls this knowledge the 7 spiritual laws of success. They aren't rules imposed by any religion or dogma, but universal principles that govern reality. When you understand and apply these laws, everything around you begins to change. Opportunities arise, doors open, and what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. But this idea isn't new. Long before Chopra brought this wisdom to the modern world, thinkers like James Allen, Wallace Wattles, and Napoleon Hill were already talking about how success doesn't come just from action, but primarily from how we think and align ourselves with the invisible laws of the universe. And here's the secret. True success doesn't come from constant struggle. It's not something you need to chase desperately. On the contrary, it arises naturally when you learn to operate in alignment with these laws. Imagine your life is like a river. Some people try to swim against the current, spending all their energy just to stay in the same place. Others simply let themselves flow, trusting that the river will take them exactly where they need to be. What's the big difference between these two types of people? The knowledge and application of these spiritual laws. In this video, you'll discover exactly what these laws are and how to apply them in your life to unlock the invisible path to success. But before we begin, I need to warn you. This might completely change the way you see life. Are you ready to step out of autopilot and start living according to the laws that truly govern success? Then keep watching, because the first spiritual law might just be the missing key to transforming your reality. Chapter 1. The Law of Pure Potentiality. Imagine for a moment that everything you need to succeed is already within you. Every skill, every idea, every resource needed to transform your life already exists in potential in your mind and essence. The problem? Most people never access this infinite source of possibilities. Deepak Chopra calls this truth the law of pure potentiality. According to him, before anything manifests in the physical world, it already exists in the field of infinite possibilities. Think about it. Every revolutionary invention, every financial empire, every great human achievement, all began in someone's mind. And here's the most important question. If success begins in the mind, what have you allowed to inhabit your thoughts? James Allen, in his classic As a Man Thinketh, said, "The mind of man can be compared to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or left to grow wild. But whether cultivated or neglected, it always produces." In other words, you can feed your mind with thoughts of greatness, confidence, and purpose, or you can let it be dominated by fear, doubt, and mediocrity. What you choose to plant will determine the fruits you harvest. Now, if this infinite source of potential is available to everyone, why do so few people manage to use it? The answer is simple. The modern mind is too cluttered to access this power. We live in a world of constant distractions. Social media, negative news, other people's opinions. Our minds are always busy, always noisy, and it's precisely this mental noise that blocks access to pure potentiality. The greatest geniuses in history understood this. Nikola Tesla, for example, would enter deep states of meditation and visualization before creating his inventions. He claimed he could see every detail of his machines functioning perfectly in his mind before physically building them. But you don't need to be a genius to access this power. The good news is that there are simple and practical methods to silence the mind and unlock your true potential. How to apply the law of pure potentiality in your life. Practice silence. Set aside a few minutes each day to be in total silence, away from distractions. No phone, no TV, no social media, just you and your mind. This is the first step to accessing your inner potential. Meditation and mindfulness. The practice of meditation isn't just a spiritual habit. It's a proven way to increase mental clarity and creativity. Great leaders and entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs adopted this practice to expand their capabilities. Observe your thoughts. Remember James Allen's garden metaphor. What kind of seeds have you been planting in your mind? Replace thoughts of scarcity with thoughts of abundance. Trade doubt for the certainty that you are capable. Connect with nature. Chopra teaches that being in touch with nature helps you reconnect with this infinite energy. Walks outdoors. Moments of contemplation and deep breathing help clear the mind and create space for new ideas. Practice non-judgment. A mind full of judgments and criticism is always in conflict. By letting go of the habit of judging everything all the time, you create mental space where new possibilities can flourish. Now, imagine what could happen if, starting today, you began cultivating this connection with your true potential. How? Would your life look in 6 months, a year, 10 years? The answer to that question depends solely on you. And to continue on this transformative journey, it's essential to understand the next spiritual law of success, the law of giving, the principle that can multiply everything you desire in life. Chapter 2, the law of giving. If I told you that the fastest way to receive what you desire is first to learn how to give, would you believe it? It seems contradictory, doesn't it? After all, the modern world teaches us that to have more, we need to retain, accumulate, and protect. But that's a mindset of scarcity. In the universe, everything works in cycles, and that includes money, opportunities, success, and even love. Deepak Chopra explains this with the law of giving. According to him, whatever you wish to multiply in your life, you must first offer to the world. If you want more love, give love. If you want more money, find ways to create value for people. If you want more happiness, share happiness. This idea isn't new. Wallace Wattles, in The Science of Getting Rich, said, "Give more value than you receive payment for, and abundance will come to you." In other words, the more you share something of value, the more the universe conspires to bring it back to you in unexpected ways. But why do so many people live in scarcity? Simple, because they're afraid to give. They believe that if they give something, they'll lose it. But what happens in practice is the opposite. When you give with true intention, without expecting immediate return, you enter the flow of abundance. Great names in history understood this law. Oprah Winfrey, for example, has always been known for her generosity. Over the years, she has donated millions to social causes, helped people in need, and created countless opportunities for others. The result? Her influence and wealth grew exponentially, but it doesn't have to be something grand. Small acts of generosity already make a big difference. How to apply the law of giving in your life. Give something every day. It can be a sincere compliment, valuable knowledge, a symbolic gift, or even a simple smile. When you do this, you send a signal to the universe that you're in the flow of abundance. Share your knowledge, Napoleon. He'll affirm that success is directly linked to the ability to help others grow. If you have a talent or skill, find ways to share it with the world. Give without attachment. The key to making this law work is giving without expecting anything in return. If you give something expecting immediate return, you're still operating from a mindset of scarcity. Accept with gratitude. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. Some people struggle to accept compliments, help, or gifts, but by rejecting what the universe offers, you block the flow of abundance. Now, stop and think. How would your life be if you started applying this law every day? The magic happens when you understand that prosperity is a natural flow. The more you allow it to pass through you, the more you receive in return. And when we talk about receiving, there's a law that explains exactly why every action of yours comes back to you in some way. In the next chapter, we'll explore the law of karma and how it defines your path to success. Capítulo 3. The law of karma, or cause and effect. Have you ever stopped to think that everything happening in your life today is the result of the choices you made in the past? Every thought, every word, every action generates a reaction. Nothing happens by chance. The law of karma, or law of cause and effect, is one of the most powerful laws in the universe, and the most impressive part. You can use it to completely transform your life. Deepak Chopra explains that karma isn't about an inevitable destiny, but rather conscious action. If you plant good seeds, you'll harvest good fruits. If you plant bad seeds, you can't expect a different harvest. James Allen reinforced this concept in As a Man Thinketh, man reaps what he sows. His mind is a garden, his thoughts are the seeds, his life is the harvest. In other words, if you want success, you need to plant the right actions today. But here's the problem. Most people live on autopilot without realizing they're constantly sowing the seeds of their own failure. They complain, judge, procrastinate, waste opportunities, and then wonder why their life doesn't change. Karma is always working, whether you believe in it or not. But the good news is that you can use it to your advantage. Great names in history did just that. Napoleon Hill, in Think and Grow Rich, studied the lives of over 500 millionaires and discovered a pattern. They all had the habit of acting positively, persistently and determinedly. This created a domino effect, where every small positive action generated more opportunities and success. On the other hand, people who give in to pessimism and inertia create the opposite effect. They attract failure, difficulties and obstacles. Now, the most important question: what are you planting today? How to apply the law of karma in your life. Choose your actions consciously. Before making any decision, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to or further away from success? Cultivate positive thoughts. Everything begins in the mind. If your thoughts are negative, your actions will be too. Replace doubts with certainty, complaints with gratitude. Resolve your karmic debts. If you've made mistakes in the past, correct them. Apologize, repair relationships, help those you've harmed. This clears the path for new opportunities. Act even without guarantees. The universe rewards those who take action with faith. Don't wait for the perfect moment to act. Do what needs to be done now. Now imagine the impact this law could have on your life. If every action you take from today onward is positive, how will your reality look in a year? But here's an even bigger secret. True success doesn't come from excessive effort. It comes from aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe. In the next chapter, we'll talk about one of Deepak Chopra's most surprising laws, the law of least effort, and how stopping the struggle against the current can be your greatest advantage for achieving everything you desire. Chapter 4. The Law of Least Effort. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to achieve everything effortlessly, while others struggle their entire lives without getting anywhere? This happens because true success doesn't come from exhausting effort, but from aligning with the natural flow of life. And that's exactly what the law of least effort is all about. Deepak Chopra teaches that nature operates without effort. The sun doesn't struggle to shine, grass doesn't force itself to grow, rivers don't push their way. Everything happens spontaneously. And when you learn to apply this principle in your life, things begin to flow naturally. But here's the problem. We've been conditioned to believe that success only comes through extreme effort. We've been taught that we must work until exhaustion, fight against every difficulty and never stop. James Allen, however, already warned about this mistake. Anxiety and struggle are signs that you're going against the current of life. In other words, if you always feel exhausted, if you feel like you're battling an invisible wall, perhaps you're operating against this universal law. Now, don't confuse least effort with laziness or inertia. The difference is that when you're aligned with your true purpose, your actions become natural and effortless. Great names in history understood this. Bruce Lee, for example, spoke about the philosophy of water. Water never resists. It adapts. finds paths, goes around obstacles. In the end, it always wins. The secret to success isn't resistance, but intelligent adaptation. So, how can you apply this law in your life? How to apply the law of least effort. Total acceptance of the present moment. Stop resisting reality. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation, but understanding that the present is the only possible starting point. Responsibility without guilt. Instead of complaining about circumstances, ask yourself how you can use them to your advantage. Opportunities always exist for those who see beyond the problem. Follow the path of least resistance. Instead of insisting on something that doesn't flow, notice the signals from the universe and adapt. Sometimes a change in direction brings faster results. Act with intelligence, not brute force. Hard work is important, but working strategically and inspired is even more powerful. Now, reflect. What in your life is requiring too much effort? Is there a more fluid path to achieving what you desire? And speaking of desire, the next spiritual law of success explains how to direct your intention to manifest your goals more effectively. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the law of intention and desire, and how to program your mind to attract exactly what you want. Chapter 5. The Law of Intention and Desire. If you could manifest anything in your life, what would you choose? What few people know is that your desires are not just random dreams. They are signs of your potential waiting to be manifested. And the key to transforming those desires into reality lies in the law of intention and desire. Deepak Chopra teaches that where you place your attention, you place your energy. In other words, whatever you focus on grows and expands in your life. But there's a crucial detail. It's not enough to simply desire. You must align your intention with the energy of the universe. James Allen once said, "You become what you think about all the time." This means it's not just about what you consciously desire, but about what you truly believe in your subconscious. If you desire wealth but deep down believe that money is hard to come by, you're self-sabotaging without realizing it. And this is where the true magic of intention comes in. When you define a desire with clarity and believe in it without resistance, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Great masters throughout history used this principle. Napoleon Hill studied the richest men in America for 25 years and noticed they all had one thing in common: a clear and unwavering intention for success. They knew what they wanted and deeply believed they would achieve it. But how can we apply this law in daily life? How to apply the law of intention and desire? Clearly define your desire. Write down exactly what you want in detail. The clearer your goal, the easier it will be for your mind and the universe to work toward it. Visualize it as if it's already real. Close your eyes and imagine yourself already living the life you desire. How do you feel? What do you see around you? This creates a magnetic field that attracts that reality to you. Eliminate doubt. The biggest enemy of manifestation is uncertainty. If you ask something from the universe but doubt you can achieve it, you block the process. Let go and trust the process. After defining your desire, stop worrying about the how. Your only job is to act when opportunities arise. The universe takes care of the rest. Now stop and think. What are the desires you've been carrying inside you? Do you truly believe you can make them happen? If the answer is yes, keep applying this law and watch the changes unfold. But if you feel there's still resistance within you, the next chapter may be the missing piece in your puzzle. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the law of detachment and how learning to let go of control can accelerate your results. Chapter 6. The Law of Detachment. Have you ever noticed that many times the more attached you are to something, the harder it seems to achieve it? This happens because excessive attachment to the outcome generates anxiety, fear, and resistance, blocking the natural flow of life. And that's exactly what the law of detachment teaches. When you let go of control, things flow more easily. Deepak Chopra explains that true power doesn't lie in desperately clinging to a desire, but in allowing the universe to do its part. James Allen reinforced this idea in As a Man Thinketh. Fear is the greatest barrier to success. Only those who learn to trust can experience true freedom. But here's the problem. We've been taught to believe that to achieve something, we must fight with all our might, control every detail, and eliminate any uncertainty. However, this excess of control creates frustration, anxiety, and blockages. Think about it. When you plant a seed, do you dig up the soil every day to see if it's growing? No. You trust that in due time it will sprout. With your desires, the principle is the same. The greatest visionaries in history understood this. Steve Jobs, for example, said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future." In other words, trust in the process is essential for success. Now, how can you apply this law in your life? How to apply the law of detachment? Accept uncertainty. The future will never be 100% predictable, and that's okay. The more you accept this, the less anxiety you'll feel. Let go of attachment to the outcome. Focus on the process, not on obsessing over the end result. The lighter you approach your goals, the faster they will manifest. Trust in universal intelligence. Just as your body knows how to heal a cut without you having to interfere, the universe knows the right path to manifest your desires. Just do your part and trust. Be open to unexpected paths. Sometimes what you want comes in a different form than you imagined. Be flexible and be ready to recognize unexpected opportunities. Now, stop and think. Is there something in your life that you're clinging to too tightly? How would it feel if starting today, you simply trusted that everything is unfolding in the best possible way? And if there's one thing that can truly accelerate this process, it's discovering your true life purpose. In the next chapter, we'll talk about the law of Dharma, the principle that reveals why you're here and how it can transform your life. Chapter 7. The law of Dharma or life purpose. Have you ever wondered why you're here? What is your true purpose? The answer to this question isn't in an instruction manual or society's expectations. Your purpose already exists within you. It's always been there, waiting to be discovered. Deepak Chopra calls this the law of Dharma, the law that states every human being has a unique talent and a specific mission to fulfill. And it's only when we live according to this purpose that we experience true success and complete fulfillment. Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich said, "You were placed in this world to do something that no one else can do in the same way as you. When you find that mission and follow it, wealth and happiness will naturally follow." But here's the problem. Most people spend their entire lives trying to fit into patterns that weren't made for them. They work jobs they hate, follow paths imposed by others, and ignore their natural talents. And what's the result? Frustration, emptiness, and the feeling that something is missing. Now, look at people who have truly found their purpose. Not only do they succeed, but they radiate passion, enthusiasm, and magnetic energy. Think of names like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein. All of them discovered early on what made them feel alive and followed that calling with total dedication. But how can you discover your Dharma? How to apply the law of Dharma in your life? Ask yourself, what would I do even if I weren't paid? Your purpose is connected to what you love doing. What makes you lose track of time? Identify your natural talents. Everyone is born with unique abilities. What do you do easily and passionately? What do people always praise you for? Use your talents to serve others. True purpose always involves helping others in some way. The more you use your gifts to contribute, the more success you attract. Stop comparing yourself and follow your own path. No one can fulfill your purpose for you. Forget external expectations and follow what makes your heart vibrate. Now, think about this. If you had absolute certainty that you couldn't fail, what would you choose to do with your life? If you can answer that question, then you already hold the key to your Dharma. And now that you know all 7 spiritual laws of success, it's time to tie it all together and use it to transform your life forever. The power is in your hands. Pause for a moment and reflect. What would change in your life if you applied these principles every day? The truth is, success isn't a matter of luck, fate, or privilege. It's a natural consequence of understanding and applying these laws. The law of pure potentiality taught that all power is already within you. You just need to access your true essence. The law of giving showed that the secret to abundance is learning to give before receiving. The law of karma revealed that everything you do comes back to you in some way, so plant good seeds. The law of least effort taught that when you stop fighting the current and follow the flow, success happens naturally. The law of intention and desire proved that reality molds itself according to the focus of your mind. The law of detachment showed that the less you cling, the faster things happen. The law of Dharma explained that true success only comes when you follow your life purpose. Now, it's all up to you. You can watch this video and keep living the same way, or you can make the decision to apply these laws in your life. And to help you in this process, here's a challenge. Choose one of the 7 laws and apply it for 7 consecutive days. Observe the changes, see how your energy shifts, and notice the signs the universe begins to send you. Remember, success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And this journey begins with the decision to live according to the laws that govern the universe. Now, which of these laws resonates most with you? Comment below if you are already familiar with these laws and which one aligns most with your current moment, and share your experience. Don't forget that we've left a special gift to help you on this rewarding life journey in the pinned comment or video description. And before you go, one last request. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss more powerful content like this. The future you hope for and desire is already waiting for you. Peace and light to all.